everyone, welcome and thank you for tuning into today's live stream. I'm Keira, Hubmaster, and with me is James Clarke. We are at the home of the Red Devils as they face the Kittatinny Cougars. This is Garden State High School Wrestling. Your team, your county, your site.
Well, thank you, Keira, for that little introduction right there. But yes, you are tuned in to the Kittatinny Cougars and the Ridge Red Devils. We'll be starting here tonight's contest here at 138 pounds here. We're going to go ahead and get started with that. So we'll go ahead and get started with 138 pounds. We'll have the first wrestler. So we have Dorman from Ridge, and for Kittatinny, we have Tig. So, Keira, just a little, a little rumor going on here in terms of you wrestling for Coach Gill, but what are some things that you can expect for tonight as far as how the wrestling goes for the Kittatinny Cougars? They're such a really young team.
Yeah, it's very young this season. I feel like there is a lot of newer wrestlers into the program, which is very good for growing overall. I feel like this will be a very good showing today. I mean, watching the JV match, Kittatinny did end up winning. So usually when you watch wrestling, it's very much the JV wrestlers feed into the varsity wrestlers. You're only as good as your weakest wrestler. So I hope, not to be biased, I hope Kittatinny pulls out with a W today.
Yeah, I think these two teams, they've met a couple of times last year. I know they met 2 years ago. Kittatinny won it. Then last year, Ridge won it. And before they went on to their Group 4 state championship. And this year, they're in the same section with Mount Olive and Phillipsburg, who are definitely some really good teams looking up there. So it will be interesting to see how they do fare up with a couple of those teams. So as we have a couple of the Kittatinny Cougar wrestlers hopping right into our GardenStateHSWrestling.com camera that you saw there. 3-1 lead right now for Dorman. So trying to finish up on that shot there is Dorman. He's got the takedown. He's getting back points coming his way. And now trying to finish up on that arm bar there is Dorman. And it's going to get stoppage there for potentially dangerous, but going to get 4 back points right on top of that. About 6 seconds left to go in the first.
Quick stand up here. Trying to make something happen, but the clock's going to run out before anything could. We're going into the second with Dorman leading 10-1.
Teague indicated that he was going to go neutral to start the second period. Kittatinny in the blue leggings, as you see, and the Dorman, who is in the black with the green trim for Ridge. See if he can try and get into something. Dorman's got in on a shot. And trying to finish it right there on Teague is Dorman. Gets the takedown, leads it. Makes it 13-1.
I always love wrestling on the edge of the mat. So much action can happen. And Dorman's here with a cradle, locking it up with a minute left on the clock.
He's got that cradle locked up tight. He might get some back. He's going to get the pin right there, and he'll put Ridge on the board to make it 6-0. And Dominic Dorman wins this one for his team, makes it 6-0 for the Red Devils over the Cougars. Today's broadcast is presented by our title sponsor for today. Keira, tell them about it.
Manhattan Ridge Advisors, website at manhattanridge.com. Check them out, they're very cool. Quick stand up, up back, and out of the circle. We're doing a quick reset here. Ridge with a quick double down. Trying to stock some back points right now.
Getting some back points right there is Duran. And he gets the pin. Ridge already up 12-0 over the Cougars.
And today's stream is presented to you by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, Forum Coffee, LC Auto Services of Stillwater, Dr. Christine Soul Family Chiropractic, Out of Space Self-Storage, J. Kramer Landscaping and Snow Plowing, and Cesco's Restaurant. Go check them out. They're very cool here. Good food, too. Right now we're watching the 150 bout with a quick takedown.
Corbett already on top here, 3-0. Got that quick takedown on McLean. One of the returning region qualifiers from a year ago for the Kittatinny Cougars. Kittatinny graduated a lot of seniors last year, and they got a lot of freshman, sophomore-oriented team with only a few seniors. .45 seconds left to go in the first. As we also hear the jump ropes going on from the Kittatinny sideline, that's the Kittatinny bench.
It's always the cool down.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just something that you have to do. You have to find a way to keep yourself cool and ready for these matches. I was talking with James DeCunta, who wrestled for North Warren last season, works for us now for GSHSW.com. He says if your body isn't warm and your body's so cold, you gas out so easily. So it's important to stay warm in the sport. We got 10 seconds left to go in the first period. Corbett looks like he's just going to ride out here the first period. And that's going to be in the one. And Corbett from Ridge leads this over McLean. It's going to be their choice, Corbett's choice. He's going to go bottom to start the second period.
If you ever question that loud voice in the background, it's always Coach Gill.
Yes, Coach Gill been around for a very, very long time. Long time, the most decorated wrestling coach in the state of New Jersey. I believe he's also the all-time winningest, or at least he's up there at least. I know he's definitely tied up there at least, or close to Stan Woods from Emerson Park Ridge, who was in the business for 50-plus years, was Coach Woods.
I believe he had his 400 or 500th win my sophomore year. I do not know which one it is,
I think it was 600th. I know. I remember because they wrestled High Point. I remember, so I knew it was up. I knew he's definitely up there. And Kittatinny, I know the program. They just celebrated their like 694th win in program history. So they're like, if they win tonight, they'll be like, I believe, like 3 more away from getting that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're definitely right there. But they're 9-8 right now in their overall record. So they'll definitely squeeze out some wins at the end, before the end of the year as a team.
Corbett has been showing some great wrist control this match right now. He's always holding on to one of McLean's wrists when you see him hand fighting.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely been controlling. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He's been wrestling defensively. He hasn't really let McLean get to any shots of his own. So he's been in control for most of this match. We're already under 40 seconds left to go in the second period. So here we go. Got a shot right there for Corbett.
Trying to suck it in, but McLean's wizard is very strong here with 17 seconds left to go.
Yeah, he's got something hooked right there. He's just got to try to finish it, but I think the official might let this play out just a little bit longer. I don't think he's going to call a stalemate right here, unless if neither one improves their position in the next 4 seconds. Don't think anything's going to be given up here for Corbett. And great defensive wrestling right there by Corbett, not giving up a takedown right there as he leads at 4-0 going into the third. It's going to be McLean's choice. He's going to go neutral. One thing I noticed about Kittatinny, I've been a follower of Kittatinny wrestling for quite a while, and one of the things I've always noticed that Coach Gill goes over in the wrestling room is the grabbing of the wrist and then just leaning on the head right there. That's like a Kittatinny tradition.
We always use our head as our third hand, is what we were always taught. It's always another access point we can have to go deeper into the hand fight.
It's definitely one of the most effective moves because it makes it extremely hard on wrestlers to be able to defend off of that. Now they're both wrist controls. They're both trying to hand fight.
I feel like there needs to be a little bit more of a level change, though. They've stayed very at a steady pace with that. You can't have a very good opening if you're always the same level with your opponent.
Yeah, because that doesn't really give you much of an advantage to do anything, and not much has happened here while we're under a minute left to go in this match. It should be the third period already. But
it is the third.
But the scoreboard has not changed it to the third period yet.
We are going into red zone, and McLean has 4 points to make up if he wants to tie this match.
Or desperation move. I think at this point, like, you're under 30 seconds. You gotta go for a 7-point move right here or something at least. Get a takedown, get some back points right at the end.
Even a double straight to the back.
And McLean got a shot. He was getting a shot in, but it wasn't a great shot there. Blocked off there by Corbett. Doesn't look like there's going to be a lot more time going on here. Not going to have enough time to do anything here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to be the end of this match as Will Corbett leads this one. He wins it 4-0. Puts the Red Devils, extends their lead to 15-0. Keira, why don't you go ahead and tell them about our social media?
So our social media platforms, guys, Facebook at Garden State HSW, Wrestling.com, at X at Garden State HSW. And at Instagram at Garden State HS Wrestling. And don't forget to like and subscribe here. Maybe leave a comment on where you'd like to see us next. A quick shot and a breakdown. Rich ending on top with a quick 3. trying to work a bar, but Kittatinny's not giving up.
This is Ryan Engel from Ridge and Leonardo Garcia from Kittatinny. Engel leads it 3-0. Getting the back points right there is Engel.
Good bridge attempt there.
I'm sure that's something that Coach Gill always goes over in practice. It's just those neck bridges and front bridges.
He's very stern on stretching. We don't want to like pull anything on accident.
And there's the pin right there for Ryan Engel. Extends their lead now to 21-0 over the Cougars.
We're now at 165, and for Ridge is Liam Toma. And for Kittatinny, we're waiting for them to send someone out. And today's stream is presented to you by LC Auto Service of Stillwater, Dr. Kristen Soul, Family Chiropractic, Out of Space Self-Storage, J. Kramer Landscaping and Snowplowing, and Cisco's Restaurant. With a quick takedown, scoring 3. Quick out of circle and a quick reset.
Liam doing a really good job here. He's maintaining the base. He's trying to get that arm bar dropped in right there. Let's see if he can finish that arm bar. There is Toma.
Nice and slow walk.
That's what all wrestling coaches tell their wrestlers. You just got to make sure that you just take your time with it. Take your time with it, gets you a pin. Puts the Ridge Red Devils on the board. 27-0.
And hey guys, do you own a local business? Become a sponsor with us. Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do you become one? Click your logo here button on your team's page or email us at admin@GardenStateHighSchoolWrestling.com.
Now wrestling for Kittatinny, Aaron Over. Wrestling for Ridge, Reese Carvelli.
So this is Reese Carvelli from Ridge and Aaron Cover from Kittatinny. With Carvelli leading this already, it's 3-0. He's already got in on the quick work there on Cover, and he lets Cover go. Makes it 3-1.
And I believe Aaron Cover is wrestling up. He's usually a 165.
Yeah, they bumped up Cover to 175 here, and coming up next, looking like it's going to be Ethan Dolan coming up at 190. I know Coach Gill has switched up the lineup a little bit this year to kind of get the matchups that he wants.
Again, very slow and cautious with stepping back and trying to get those back points.
Definitely going to get 4 back points right there for Carvelli.
I'm really liking how the Ridge wrestlers are actually slowly listening to their coaches on their bench. You can tell by their movements that every once in a while when they're looking for that piece that they need, they're looking straight there.
Yeah, they've really been, they're very coachable kids. You can definitely tell that they work a lot of technique in the room, and that's what it's been. It's all technique. and their coaches, they're buying into what the coaches are bringing into the culture, and that's something that I know Coach Dragon for the Red Devils has said all of last year and even this year too. They're top 20 team in the state right now, and you know, even though they've got a couple of barriers in the way where they'll face a Mount Olive
with a quick 3 to bring back.
Or they'll face a Mount Olive in the section, and or maybe possibly Peaburg if they can get past at least one of those two teams or both. You know, this team's legit. So after one period, and Cover gets that takedown right at the end of the first period, it is 10-5 for Carvelli. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, the Harrington Company's Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. We're here at Ridge High School in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, bringing you the action between the Kittatinny Cougars and the Ridge Red Devils. It's James Clarke and Keira Hubmaster here on the call. And Carvelli leads this. It's already 10-5, but Cover got that takedown at the end. And Ridge is up 27-0.
Locked here? It looks like it.
And seeing if he's trying to lock up something right there. He is trying to lock up the
He
cradle.
is locked up, but I think he's keeping his one toe in, and he has it right on the edge of the mat.
Just barely. It was right before. It was like right at the edge right there. He lifted right back up. He left his left leg right back up to put it fully in bounds, and he's going to get 4 back points right there. I don't think he's going to stick him.
He has a minute.
But he is right there, unless if he can readjust himself. If he just gets his, and he gets the pin. I was wrong. My goodness, Carvelli gets the pin right there for the Red Devils to extend their lead to 33-0 over the Cougars.
And guys, follow us on our social media on Facebook at GardenStateHSWWrestling.com, at X at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at Garden State High School Wrestling, where we post all our interviews from our wrestling matchups. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on where you'd like us to go next. Now at 190, we have Ethan Dowling for Kittatinny and Valera for Ridge. Ethan with the quick pin, cradled up, toting it right back out, putting a quick 5 on the board.
This has to be Dowling's year this year to get on the podium in Atlantic City. It definitely is. He's just been on a man on a mission this year for the Cougars, and one of the lone names that you recognize for Kittatinny this past season. And just looking at the name and knowing what his resume looks like in his scholastic career definitely impresses you for sure.
Yeah, I actually wrestled with his brother. We were the same grade.
Yeah, I know Steven was a state place winner in the 2021 season from what I remember, and their father was a 2-time state champion for the Cougars and who also wrestled under Coach Gill. Now trying to bring him back and trying to get the back points right there is Dowling.
Taking quick control with a half plugged in and a quick pin. Putting the first points on the board for Kittatinny.
Nice job by him. Puts him on the board finally to make it a 33-6 lead.
Now wrestling for Ridge, Nathan Engdahl.
And today's stream is presented to you by Manhattan Ridge Advisors, Champion Athlete Sport Nutrition, Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, Forum Coffee, LC Auto Service of Stillwater, Dr. Kristen Soul Family Chiropractic, Out of Space Self-Service, J. Kramer Landscaping and Snow Plowing, and Cesco's Restaurant.
We have Trevor Greenwood here for the Cougars, and for the Red Devils is Nate Engdahl.
It's very rare to see someone try to grab a single in a 2:15 match.
It's not something you see very often, that's for sure. But you know what? I will say this year. I've seen a lot of 215 heavyweight wrestlers that move pretty quick this year. And Engdahl going to go in and get the takedown right there on Greenwood and leads it 3-0 for his Red Devils team. Minute left to go in the first period. And he's got something, he's trying to work something from the top right there is Engdahl, but there's nothing really doing for him just yet. And that's something I kind of like about the high school wrestling, what they adapted from the NCAA with the out-of-bounds rule, the 3 takedown, the 4 back points. I think it definitely brings a lot of consistency to officiating matches versus, like, you know, you have you both knees in and gets the pin right there as Engdahl gets the pin right there for the Red Devils.
And Manhattan Origins Visors is our title sponsor of the day, guys. Go check them out. They're very good. And we are now going into 285.
And for Kittatinny, Bradley Kearney.
So we have Bradley Kearney from Kittatinny, and you have Marco Simanovic.
Beautiful sprawl there by Kearney.
From Ridge. See if he can try and finish something there is Simanovic, excuse me.
He is controlling the center of the mat right now. Sweep single? That was a great attempt there.
Great attempt, but just wasn't really leading to big results.
Again, Ridge and their heavyweights have been very quick, very fast-paced. Another pretty sprawl, and again.
And Kearney, if he would have been able to lift him right back down to the mat, he would have gotten the takedown. But Simanovic was able to get right out of that, and that was a great job by him for being able to get out of it. 42 seconds left to go in the first period. And trying to lean on the head is Kearney. He's trying to see if he can get a snap in. Now tries to get in on the single and finishes up on the takedown. Leads it 3-0 over Kearney.
Trying to work a bar up there. Ooh.
And see if he can finish it, because that's really the most important thing right now is him trying
Putting
to
the
finish
half in and just using the arm as a lever. They were using his hip.
But not going to have enough time to be able to get anything out of that. So we'll get 4 back points to end the period. It is 7-0 for Simanovic over Kearney.
4 or 3?
Only 3 back, but I'm pretty sure he got. I
thought
saw
he
him.
got 4.
Yeah, I indicate. Yeah, now he's going over. Thought it was 4, but okay. So 6-0 lead here for Simanovic. And they're going to get a caution. Simanovic is going to get a caution there because his hand was not around the belly button. And that's something that is very crucial that coaches definitely look for. And getting the escape is Kearney. Makes it now a 6-1 advantage here for Simanovic.
That was a textbook stand-up, especially when how he used his hand once he got back and faced him to cut away to make sure there was no shot taken.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was very effective by Kearney being able to get right out of it very quickly. Let's see if he can do anything here is Kearney.
I will say this 285 bout has shown a lot of people wrong that there is a lot of athleticism still in the heavyweights. It's a different type of wrestling once you get to the upper weights compared to the lower weights, and this is a perfect example of mixing both at once, which I am very impressed by.
And another stall warning there on Simonovic, excuse me, on Kearney, and it gives a point to Simonovic, so it's 7-1 now. And Kearney's tried a couple of times to get a finish up on the takedown, but he just hasn't really come close to it.
I think they both have been trying very well here. It seems like Kearney is very upper body wrestling, where Simonovic has been taking more shots and everything like that. Like again, Kearney was going for the throw and brought it onto himself to give up the 3 there.
Yeah, that's one of those things you don't want to throw your opponent right on top of yourself right there, because that puts you in a very dangerous situation. We'll get a restart here in the center of the mat. We have 35 seconds left to go in the second period. See if we can get something going there after getting that escape. It's 10-2. It's major decision territory right now. And nice job by there. Kearney was going to eventually.
Is he trying to lock up the cradle there? No.
I think he's got to try to bring him back down to his mat, but he's got to not pull on top and not going to get anything out of that. Simonovic was really quick of being able to get right out of it. Otherwise, it could have been back points right there for him, or maybe possibly a stick right there. But it wasn't enough time, so no back points given there for Kearney. With 6 seconds left to go in the second.
This has been an amazing match so far.
We've got a restart here. And Kearney on top. He's going to finish out the second period. And that'll be the end of 2 periods right there. It's going to be Simonovic's choice. He's going neutral. Coach Dragon's telling him to go neutral. And this kind of goes into Kearney's advantage too, because he was able to tick him right down after that third time, the charm kind of ordeal. So.
But I think Ridge is trying to play on the couple of stall calls Kearney has had over the past couple periods.
Yeah, and they're also just working for bonus points at this point right now. I mean, I know they're up 39-6, but they're working on bonus points at this point rather than just playing it conservatively. Trying to get out of the shot there is Kearney. Gets a takedown right there, 10-8.
He's letting him back up. Kearney's gonna go for the, this is the most shots I've seen in a heavyweight match recently. This is amazing.
That's what I like about some of these matches sometimes. I like seeing them how they get to be so exciting. And Kearney gets in.
He ties it up 11-11 in the third period with 1 minute left to go. And he's letting him up again. Amazing sprawl. But he brings it back onto himself.
He had control of it, but now he's got to try to do something. He's got to get out of this. It's 15-11 with 48 seconds left to go in the third. He's got to get up out of here quick, and he's got to try to get the takedown to tie it all up, and they're going to go out of bounds. That works out into Kearney's favor. 40 seconds left to go. Coach Dragons indicating instructions to Simonovic to just ride him out. Don't give up any more points. He's already given up 2 takedowns in this period alone.
Kearney is trying to light the spark for Kittatinny right now with this huge comeback. And he does, gets another escape.
Kearney's just got to be aggressive.
He needs a shot. He needs control. Now entering red zone.
And now get in on the shot, finishing up on that is Simonovic. He's going to finish it right here. It's 18-12. Under 20 seconds left to go in the third period. It's not much is happening in this last 10 seconds in this third period, but an exciting heavyweight match, though, for sure.
Incredible match there.
Coach,
beautiful showing for both wrestlers involved.
and Coach Gill going to look back on the film on this later. It was a toss-up that they definitely wanted. Make it now 42-6 for the
Now wrestling courage, Tanner Connolly.
And hey guys, do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do you become one, you ask? Oh, you can click the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email us at admin@GardenStateHighSchoolWrestling.com. We are now entering the 106-pound wrestling match.
This is Tanner Connolly from Ridge and Justin Teague from Kittatinny. Trying to see if he can finish up on that takedown.
Again, with the edge of the mat, Rich has been having great control on the edge of the mat so far this match. Connolly with the front head. With a quick shrug down, he gets the 3, making it 3-2-0 in the first period. Teague is making it very hard for Connolly to get anything here. Bulldog the leg for a sec, but let it go on the edge of the mat. All 4 feet are still in the circle.
Ten seconds left to go here in the first. Connolly leads it. It's 3-0. And it looks like that's exactly what is going to be going into the second period. Nice little period there for Connolly. This is going to be Teague's choice. He's going to defer, and it's going to go over to Connolly. And Connolly is going to go, he's going to go bottom. Now we'll get a restart here in the second with Connolly on the bottom. And trying to see if he can, what Teague really needs to do here is drop to a leg and bring him back down. But instead he's given up almost near the reversal, but very fortunate there for Teague that he's only given up the, nope, nothing yet, nothing yet. Now it should be neutral. And yes, it is. Now it is. Okay, so it's 4-1 right now. I believe it's just 4-0. I don't know what the other point was indicated for, but finishing up on the takedown there is Connolly. He gets a takedown. Going to get some back points on that. See if he can throw in a claw and try to bring back the right arm of Teague.
He's putting in the bar now, walking it slowly. But Teague is not making it easy for him. With a quick stack right there and a quick pin for Connolly.
Extends the lead. It's 48-6 right now. The Red Devils over the Cougars.
And today's stream is presented by Manhattan Ridge Advisors, sponsored by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, Forum Coffee, LC Auto Service of Stillwater, Dr. Kristen Soul, Family Chiropractic, Out of Space Self-Storage, J. Kramer Landscaping and Snow Plowing, and Cesco's Restaurant.
We are here at Ridge High School in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, bringing you the action between the Kittatinny Cougars and the Ridge Red Devils. It's James Clarke along here with Keira Hubmaster. We're here at 113 pounds. We're already almost done with this matchup right here between the two teams. We're at 113 pounds. It's Kyle White for Kittatinny and Ben Chaco from Ridge.
quick single into a double. Trying to maintain control, keeping control in the air is the hardest part.
And sprawling out of it is White and doing a really good job of sprawling out of it. But he's got to keep the shoelaces onto the mat, and that's something that Coach Gill is telling his Kittatinny opponent. And seeing if he could try to slip from behind and try to lock up something there with the cradle, maybe trying to get the takedown. But what he's got to do is grab that. He should really hook that leg, that right leg, onto the left leg of Chaco. He could indicate
He
a
has
3.
it locked up right here.
3-0. That's exactly what I thought he was going to do. A little bit opposite of what I thought he would do, but he gets the takedown, leads it 3-0. And it's going to cut him right there. 3-1. Under 30 seconds left to go in the first period. And getting a lot of hand fighting right there from Chaco right there, and trying to see if he can finish on the takedown. Got the double leg takedown right there, and a beautiful one at that.
He just has to climb the ladder up, which he does perfectly right here.
And that's going to be the end of one period right there, and they're going to go into the second period with Chaco leading this one. It's 4-3. Was White's choice. He defers, and Chaco's going to go underneath to start the second period. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, the Harrington Company's Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. It's James Clarke along here with Keira Hubmaster here at Ridge High School in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, bringing you the live action here between the Kittatinny Cougars and the Ridge Red Devils. And we're here at 113 pounds. We only have 3 more bouts left to go.
With hands locked being called here.
And it's going to get stoppage right there, locked hands right there, so it's going to be a 1 point there for Chaco, make it 5-3. I'm almost wondering here what Coach Gill will do, especially for White here. Just tell him to just cut him and try to work the takedown
Locked
game.
hands called again.
And they're going to go. They got that right there. Locked hands there for Chaco, makes it now 6-3. And if you're White, I mean, I would say cut him and try to play the takedown game because you're already hit with 2 locked in calls. If you also want to tune in as well, Donald J. Brower is at Wayne Valley tonight, bringing you the action between the Passaic Valley Hornets and the Wayne Valley Indians. And we're also live streaming at North Hunterdon High School, where we're bringing you the action between the Phillipsburg State Liners and the North Hunterdon Lions. So 2 other streams going on tonight besides this one. So if you want to tune into those, please go ahead and do so. And getting in on that takedown, it is now, or no, excuse me, the reversal. Chaco gets the reversal. 55 seconds left to go.
Chaco staying in control on top, trying to keep him down for the last 30 seconds of this period. Chaco with a quick head lever, but is not doing much right now with 20 seconds left.
And I can actually get you the score for the Passaic Valley Hornets and the Wayne Valley Indians matchup right there, because it just concluded. And it looks like it was a Wayne Valley victory. 56-11 was the final score.
That's a very deep lead there for that.
Yep, and that was the final score for that matchup there. Or excuse me, 56-14 from the looks of it. And that's impressive right there. A great win right there by Wayne Valley, who is on a tear this year. And then, of course, the Peaburg North Hunterdon
double
match.
sucked in. Beautiful tabletop, but a little bit of a rough landing there.
Yeah, I don't think that's one that White definitely wanted to give up there. I don't think Coach Gill definitely wanted that. So it's 13-3. We're already in major decision territory. 30 seconds gone from the third.
Last week I was at the Pope John versus Mount Olive match, and there were some very rough throws near the end of that bout.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that happen in that particular one for sure. It's absolutely, Pope John's got a great lineup right there. They definitely meet up in like those middle weights and those lower weights. But Mount Olive got the upper hand of Pope John, and just a couple of their guys were just a little bit more experienced and was able to take advantage of that. But looked like a really good match based off of what you and John called from last week.
It was a very good match. I was actually pretty surprised with how close it was.
Stoppage right there for potentially dangerous.
Right now, Chaco is leading 13-3 with 41 seconds left in the third period. Let's see if White can make any magic happen before time runs out.
See if he can bring him back down, but nothing doing there for him.
White has been, Chaco has been very good at controlling his one wrist whenever he's on top. He never lets go of the one wrist.
Yeah, he hasn't let go of it, at least from what I've seen yet, especially in this period right there. He is trying to just work bonus points. Like, you could just tell this is the kind of wrestler that just wants to get the bonus points, and it gets stoppage right there for potentially dangerous. You have to make sure you're being careful with how you're reaching back with that arm, because that can lead to a lot of different things, and you don't want to get in that kind of predicament right there where you're pulling out a socket of your opponent's arm. 10 seconds left in the match, 13-4, and Chaco gonna go in, finish up on the victory right here. And he gets the takedown right at the end of the third. He's gonna make it 16-4, your final score. Make it mid decision territory. It's 16-4. 48-6 lead over the Cougars.
And thank you to our title sponsor, Manhattan Ridge Advisors. Go check them out. They're very cool, and they have some opportunities for you guys. So why don't you guys go check them out? We're going right into the 120 bout. With a quick shot by Ridge, right on the edge of the mat again. Ridge has been having amazing spatial awareness on the mat tonight. Very good showing for that. Quick shot by Ridge, tucked up over the shoulder.
O'Leary gets the takedown right here with a minute left. 3-0 over Kevin White of Kittatinny.
O'Leary has some deep legs thrown in right now.
And that's usually a Sussex County favorite there. I know the Cougars does it, High Point does it. They love to throw in legs, and for them to throw legs on the Sussex County boys, that usually doesn't happen.
And a quick cradle, it looks like, too. Or at least trying to lock up one for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that leg hooked up right there, and I think he was looking for it, but it wasn't really showing right there. I think now he's trying to get a power half in. But I don't think he's going to have enough time to really do anything with it, as we're 5 seconds left to go in the first period. And I think they're just going to be content going into the second period.
And with legs thrown that deep, he was actually pretty high there. The two ways you can go about getting rid of it is catching the head up front and bringing it underneath you, or pulling out one of the legs through and going for a sit out there. And it looks like blood time has been called.
So while we're doing that, Keira, do you want to tell everybody about our social media?
Hey guys, follow us on our social media on Facebook at Garden State HSW, Wrestling.com, on X at Garden State HSW, and on Instagram where all of our interviews are, Garden State High School Wrestling. And don't forget to like and comment on this video, maybe subscribe even. We have a lot of matches this week coming up. I know Saturday I'm going to be at the NJAC Girls Tournament at Vernon. I don't know if you're anywhere this weekend or this week.
I got a lot of stuff going on, I know, coming up. So tomorrow I got to go to Hackettstown for the Belvedere Hackettstown match, which is a nice, easy ride for me. And I got Ridge again. I got Ridge again at North Hunterdon, and then Saturday I got Warren Hills at Del Val. So got a lot of great matches coming up, you know, on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We've been all over the place this season with getting matches streamed and commentating.
Quick cradle lock, but you got too high and a quick jump off.
It was
good recovery.
I thought it was like almost an airborne right there. It looked like he was like an airplane and just trying to fly away. Have you ever heard of that song by Peter, Paul, and Mary? I don't know if you know them, but Peter, Paul, and Mary and their folk song of leaving like a jet plane, flying like a jet plane. That's exactly what he looked like right there. If you don't know who they are, look them up.
And hey, while you're looking them up, why don't you look us up, guys? I mean, we have been blowing up in Jersey so far right now. We've done a lot of stuff, not just for high school level, but also college. So check us out on our platforms. Our other live streams are coming up very soon as we're going into the thick of the season.
Yeah, we're already at a month ago. I was wondering what they were stopping the clock. I think they were just trying to figure out the clock situation. Should be at 1:25 in the second. But definitely, like you said, Keira, we've been all over the place this year. So many great places that we've been to, new places like this. We haven't been here before until last month, I know. Don Brower and John Kovacs were here when Ridge wrestled West Essex, and now we're here again tonight. We've been all over the place this year. And when we say we're going to places, we go to places. We're getting right into the center of the mat yet again. We're approaching to the 1 minute mark left to go in the second period. O'Leary leads this one 4-0.
A deep single there, sucking it in the best he can. And O'Leary just has to climb the ladder for his 3 right there, making his lead 7-0 in the second period. Looks like he's throwing a bar in, correct?
Yes, he's got the arm bar right in there, but he hasn't run it yet. I think he's just one of those things, like especially what we've seen tonight. Ridge has definitely been going for the arm bars tonight. And you could just tell they're very composed, they're very relaxed of running them, as you can tell right there. And he gets the pin right there. He took his time, readjusted, and got the pin right there for himself.
Hey guys, do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team page and live stream coverage now. How do you become a sponsor, you ask? Well, just click the Your Logo Here button or email us at admin@gardenstatewrestling.com. We're very cool people. We still have a couple openings left. We're everywhere. Your name will get out there, so become a sponsor.
So here we have for Ridge, it's Cal Reynolds, and for Kittatinny, it's Calum Trilling. So this is one of the 2 last bouts here tonight. It's already a 58-6 lead. We're here at Ridge High School, bringing you the action between the Kittatinny Cougars and the Ridge Red Devils. James Clarke alongside
sweep there.
Here, Hubmaster, and getting on the shot there. He's got the sweep single right there is Reynolds. And instead, it ends up being a Trilling near a takedown. He's got to have the takedown right there at least, and he's got the front high lock. He's got something locked up there. He's got the takedown. He indicates 2 back points as the official, and it makes it 5-0 right there for Trilling. It looked like it was going to be a sweep single for Reynolds, and ends up being a Trilling takedown and back points on top of it.
What happened for Reynolds was he didn't bring the leg up into the armpit. He had it too loose there, so he was able to kick out and swing around, and that's how Trilling got the lead there on him. And he's now trying to stack that bar.
and trying to indicate more back points. He only got the one swipe there, was Trilling, and that was all. But now he's got the arm bar, and now he's returning the favor for the Cougars right there and getting the back points.
He just needs to get his head up a little bit. But what's going on here?
He's getting...
The ref has stolen a little bit of the action today.
He's got the four back points, 9-0. And Reynolds trying to sneak out from the back door, see if he can get the reversal. We're approaching to 10 seconds left to go in the first period. And Reynolds is leading, Trilling's leading this 9-0 and trying to finish out the period. And trying to get a point there, and he gets a reversal right there with Reynolds right at the end of the first. And that makes it a 9-2 lead here for Trilling over Reynolds. And we'll go neutral here to start the second period. Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, the Harrington Companies, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. I'm James Clarke here with Keira Hubmaster, bringing you the action between the Kittatinny Cougars and the Ridge Red Devils here at Ridge High School. And getting on the shot and has the single leg right there is Trilling. And now getting a front headlock there of his own is Reynolds. Gonna get the takedown and now getting some back points on top of it. He's gonna get the full back points, and he might even get the stick right here. The ref's working in, seeing if he's got hit flat just a little bit, but trying to come out from the back door and Trilling. Got the 4 back points, and now it's a 10-9 lead, and now Reynolds gets the takedown and leads it now for his Red Devils team. It's 12-10 with a minute left to go in the second period, and cutting him is Reynolds. And Reynolds gets the takedown again. 15-11. It should be 15-11 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was confused.
The official will reward that point there probably at the end of the third period. Or excuse me, at the end of the second.
Again, if you guys want to see more action like this, we have a bunch of stuff going on this weekend and this week leading into northern and southern regions, into state season.
And now we'll get a restart here. We'll go into 24 seconds left to go in the second period, and Reynolds trying to see if he can ride. And trying to get some back points and trying to Granby out of it was Trilling. And we'll go into the third period there with Reynolds leading 15-11. It's going to be Trilling's choice. Coach Gill's trying to indicate where he wants Trilling to go. He's gonna take top. I'm a little surprised that he's taking top here. I kind of thought he would have gotten the bottom position and try to see if he can get the takedown there to tie it all up, but Coach Gill sees something that we don't.
Trilling is very good on top.
And I think he can lock up. He's got the cradle locked up right there, but he's got to readjust himself a little bit because he doesn't want to pull him on top, so he's got to take his time with getting the cradle locked up.
With a cradle here, you have to be hip to hip. You can't have one hip over the other. You put your hip under your opponent's, and that's how it gets lifted up into the back correctly. And if you're too uneven with it, you can put them on top of yourself.
Yeah, and it's very well possible. We've seen it many times before. I know you've seen it before. I've definitely seen it before too, so it's something that you just have to, it's mat awareness. You have to be aware of where you are on the mat and the positions that you're in.
With 1 minute left on the clock, Reynolds is leading 15-11 in the second to last match of this whole night.
He's got the arm bar trapped up there. We'll see if he can do anything with it.
Reynolds is holding Trilling's wrist though there for a sec.
See if he can get something going there. 45 seconds left to go in the third. And now another stall warning right there on Reynolds. Is going to be a point for Trilling. Now he could definitely try to win this match right here. If he could turn him right here. He's got 30 seconds left to go.
Especially as we hit red zone now with only 27 seconds left on the clock.
And
a beautiful switch by Reynolds here, boosting his lead to 17 to 12.
So that's going to make things very difficult for Trilling right here. I think that just wrapped it up there for Reynolds. I think he's just going to get that, finish it up. 10 seconds left to go in this bout right here. And he's going to come out as your victor here at 126 pounds. Got one more match to go. But Ridge already clinched this a while ago. But Kittatinny's going to show up. They're going to try to show out on one more match right here. So that will be something interesting to see how they do after that.
And our title sponsor of the night, Manhattan Ridge Advisors. Their website is www.manhattanridge.com. Please check them out. They're very cool. And we are going to the last bout of the night, 132. Very quick action here. And for Ridge, we're going to have Kern. And for Kittatinny, we are going to have Martinez. Kern with a very quick single here, trying to suck it in and climb the ladder. Scooped it perfectly with his leg there.
Kern gets the takedown. And trying to block it off was Martinez, and it's going to get stoppage right there. We'll get a restart into the bottom position there for Martinez, with Kern leading 3-0. And trying to get a switch there was Martinez. And grabbing onto the wrist and the elbow control there is Kern. Seeing what he can do here is Kern. We're under a minute left to go in the first period. Trying to see if he can bring him back. Try to see if he can get a tilt, because I know he's definitely been working on those wrist controls and tilts. And seeing if he can do anything with that. Under 30 seconds left to go. No actions really happened. And tried to lock up a near side cradle there. He was indicating that at least. And now he throws in the claw. And now trying to break down the base of Martinez is Kern.
Claws can actually be really painful sometimes.
If you're in a good predicament, it definitely can be.
Because they're grabbing right onto that muscle tissue between your neck and your shoulder.
It's the end of one period. It is Kern leading this 3-0 over Nico Martinez of Kittatinny. It's going to be Martinez's choice. No, excuse me. This is now going to be Kern's choice. He's going to go bottom to start. One of the things I also noticed about Kittatinny that they have always done, and I think a lot of other teams should do it, they always reach their heads back to catch their breath. And I think that's a very crucial thing to indicate on good conditioning skills and being able to catch your breath a little bit, so that way you get yourself back in that condition.
I'm not going to give away many Kittatinny secrets, but I will say Coach Gill is very keen on endurance and cardio for practice.
Yeah, and you could just tell that Ridge even as well, too. Definitely very well conditioned. They work on a lot of techniques. Like when you look at these teams and you watch them very closely, or if you study them for a very long time, you definitely know the secret sauce to their team's success. You don't even have to be a full-on wrestler to figure that one out. And Martinez, I think the official did wave some backs right there, and now he's going to get some more back points right there. We'll see if Martinez can finish up the night here for the Cougars and end their night on a high note. but he's only going to get 3 back points out of it. We'll make it all tied up at 3 here. Minute left to go in the second period. Now he has that hammer lock thrown in, is Martinez. And he's got the wrist control and a stall warning there on Kern, the first one of this bout. And trying to see if he can lock up something there is Martinez.
And again, it's all about the hips. You can see right there that Kern was getting his hips higher than Martinez right there, and now he's in a much better position than what he was.
Yeah, I mean, all he has to do is just pop his head out. If he can pop his head out of there, out of Martinez's left arm, he'll get the reversal. And he gets it. 22 seconds left to go in the second.
Throwing in a quick half here to make any magic happen with 7 seconds left on the clock.
And that's the end of 2 periods with a 5-3 advantage here for Kern over Martinez, and this is going to be Martinez's choice. And he's choosing bottom to start the third period. Tonight's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, the Harrington Company's Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee, as well as our other sponsors for tonight as well too. LC Auto Service of Stillwater, Dr. Kristen Soal, Family Chiropractic, Out of Space Self-Storage, J. Kramer Landscape and Snow Plowing, and Cesco's Restaurant. James Clarke along here with Keira Hubmaster. We're here at Ridge High School in Baskin Ridge, New Jersey, bringing you the action between the Kittatinny Cougars and the Ridge Red Devils. And we'll get, still indicating on the clock, I think he's just, not sure exactly what's going on. I think he was getting a restart there. Make it on the full 2 minutes. Now trying to get a switch. As you can see, he tried to get the switch, but again, as we've been seeing tonight, Ridge definitely working hard on those arm bars. Get stoppage there for potentially dangerous. Now trying to lock up the near side cradle right there was Kern. And he's got the wrist control there, but now we'll see if he can throw in a half Nelson there for Kern. Over 30 seconds gone in the third period, and trying to see if he can run the arm bar is Kern.
Trying to go for ball and chain here, but Martinez has been keeping his hips pretty low to the ground. It's very hard to get any points from him right now.
See if he can bring him back there. A minute left to go in the bout. And it's going to be a stall warning there on Martinez. The first one for Martinez of this bout. Now both wrestlers have been warned for stalling.
We're now going into red zone with Kern leading 5-3.
Under 30 seconds left to go in the third. Let's see if he's trying to work something here. See if he can try and bring him back down, but nothing's doing there for him. 10 seconds left to go. Kern's leading it 5-3, and it looks like it's going to be a Kern victory for the Red Devils. And that will wrap things up for the Ridge Red Devils. Here is the final score for that match, 5-3, and the overall match overall is 64-6. To end things on a, what looked like it was going to be a high note there for the Cougars, but ends up being a Kern win.
Hey guys, why don't you guys check our social media at GardenStateHighSchoolWrestling.com for Facebook, at X at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHS Wrestling, where all our interviews are at.
And don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube page and tune in to all of our upcoming live streams and podcasts that we have coming up. It's what we call GardensTateHSWrestling.com, your team, your county, and your site. Keira, tell them how can you become a sponsor?
How can I become a sponsor? Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. You guys can click the Your Logo Here button on your screen or go to your team's page at admin@GardensTateHSWrestling.com.
We'll get back to you in 24 hours, and we can definitely make you the star of the show for any upcoming live streams that we have coming up. And tonight's sponsors are, we'd like to take the time to thank our title sponsor for tonight,
Manhattan Ridge Advisors, and the rest of our sponsors today are going to be Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Forms Companies and Metals, Forum Coffee, LC Auto Service, and of Stillwater, Dr. Christian Soul Family Chiropractic, Out of Space Self-Storage, J. Kramer Landscaping and Snow Company, and Cesco's Restaurant.
And tonight's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, the Harrington Companies, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. We're going to bring ourselves here into the Harrington press box. James Clarke here alongside with Keira Hubmaster. Keira, you know, obviously the score really wasn't great tonight for the Cougars, but, you know, Coach Gill, you've known him for a long time, wants to get his team up to get the best competition that they get. Your thoughts on this match, and how does Kittatinny improve from here?
I mean, it was obvious that Dowling was going to have a pretty good showing tonight, but I think it was a very good experience for the young team coming up and coming along, going against such a hard team today. I mean, we had that amazing showing at 285 between Kearney and Simonovic, which was the 18-12 win, which could have changed if two trips didn't happen there. I feel like it's going to be a very good couple seasons going in for Kittatinny as they're growing this young team forward.
Absolutely. I think Kittatinny's they're very young, very inexperienced, and they're going to get better from here. I mean, Coach Gill, as long as he's there and the coaching staff that they have, they're going to get themselves better. But Ridge, man, I mean, we knew how good they were going to be coming into this match. But they definitely indicated and showed how just as good as they really are and how serious they're really going to be, especially stomping, on a really solid Kittatinny team with a good coach in John Gill. And I think Ridge is definitely going to be making some noise in the section. As long as they can get through a couple of teams and get some good competition in, it will be great to see them be able to do that. But listen, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in for tonight. It's been a great night here at Ridge High School. Final score 64-6 for the Ridge Red Devils over the Kittatinny Cougars. Keira, it's been an honor calling the match with you tonight. Thank you so much.
No problem. I enjoy it.
Of course. So from Amanda, who did a phenomenal job as our camera woman for tonight, from Keira Hubmaster, from Donald J. Brower, who's probably home at this point now, Jared, the podcasting legend at North Hunterdon, bringing that action. If you want to tune into that match between the Phillipsburg State Liners and the North Hunterdon Lions, please do. But from your commentator, James Clarke, saying thanks so much for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you all next time. Have a great night, everybody.